In today's tutorial, we are going to practice a simplified loose watercolor landscapes, and the idea is to loosen up ourselves and get better with loose brushworks and getting loose landscapes. Hello friends, I am VanidasMangathil and let us learn watercolors together. I will be explaining the entire process throughout the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press that bell notification. Without further ado, let us begin the tutorial. I have taken a cold pressed watercolor paper, 300 GSM, more wide and less tall, wider frame basically. Let us start with a grayish basically a grayish wash. Okay, the grayish wash to sort of create a kind of a cloudy kind of a sky. Okay, so I'm using Payne's gray, a little bit of burnt umber, very pale wash, and I'm using a mop brush, and let us make a bold wash. Okay, a lot of water, and the color is grayish kind of a color. I might add little warmth at some places, and also might add little blue letters at some place. And more than half of the paper I am filling and making it as the sky. You may see that I have put a tape at the bottom of it to reduce the height of the paper, okay, so that it is more taller and more wider and less taller. Adding little bit of cerulean blue to the mix to make little bit of a bluish sky, and the idea is let the clouds be little subtle and let it kind of bleed and make soft edges, kind of a very subtle clouds. Okay, so this portion is the sky, and let us make some warm land, and I am using chromium, the cadmium yellow sort of a color, and it is little bit added with the gray color that we have mixed. Okay, and let us now add little green color. It is not very precise, you can add your colors. Okay, so it doesn't have to be this bright. I am just following my impulse, and this decision, the choice of colors are very impulsive. It is not a well thought of kind of a choice, and if I would suggest you go for that kind of an approach. Let the decision come on the fly quickly, so that your decision taking ability improves over a period of time. So the idea is to get better with loose watercolors and not to make precise watercolors. So precise watercolor, good watercolor, if you get as a result, that's a bonus, but the idea is to help, to improve our ability to take dynamic decision and to take bold decisions. At this point I am mixing little bit of Payne's gray and blue to whatever mix we had, and to make some far end foliages. Okay, so I'm adding little bit more blue to make it much even lighter, so that we can create even far end steps, maybe far end foliages or far end some hill or whatever it is. Okay, something at the distance. Right. We are not making any drawing in this particular one. Whatever we do, whatever brushworks we do, it is just, to improve our, as a part of loosening up, we are doing all these things. We are not making it precise. Okay. Some darker touches. See, we cannot have very plain, flat foreground, so I am just adding some sort of darker touches, darker tones. Okay, see this splashing of water, it creates some texture and it adds overall some interest. I'm kind of pushing the brush hard and kind of damaging it so that I get some the brush bristles spread up and I get some looser or random foliage for the tree. Okay, so I'm using a little bit of Payne's grey, olive green, etc. Those kind of colors, maybe a little bit blue, and with some random brushworks. I mean, it is not purely random, but the edges are, I'm trying to keep the edges little random by changing the direction of the brushworks. Okay. More darker tones as it comes to the bottom, and another one, a smaller tree maybe at the side. So I'm trying to make a couple of loose, very suggestive trees, not with too much of details. Okay. And wherever it is getting connected, let us have some darker tones. Some trees, some far away and some nearby. As it goes far away, I am making it lighter tone, maybe by adding a little bit of blue and more water to that. And the approach is same, very, very kind of random, loose brushworks, not precise. See, where I make the brush marks is, I'm a little worried about that, but what kind of brush marks, what kind of edges, that I am trying to keep it as random. Now making some dark touches. It is mostly burnt sienna and olive green. Okay, and a little bit kind of suggestion for bushes or something in the foreground. Right. This is just to create a sense of depth so that those trees gets pushed away a little further, and it is a good idea to keep the foreground has a little dark accents so that it becomes more interesting. Splashing to create some textures and interest. Okay. Let us make some sort of tiny branches for the foliages that we have already done. Okay, and while making it, I am again going for some kind of randomness when it comes to the shape of the branches. Okay, and let these foliages be connected a little bit. I mean, wherever you are seeing the sky, try to add some branches in between the foliages so that the branch looks continuous and it is connected. It is a very, very, very simple approach. Okay, so now precision. I mean, if you ask me, there is some precision, but it is not absolutely precise. Or painting around the drawing, etc. Whatever precision is coming, that is coming from our dynamic ideas. Okay. I feel that we already got some sense of the depth, and the scene looks little convincing, and I'm adding something in the foreground, some kind of fence. I mean, it may not be a full fence, some kind of some part of a fence or something, right? Right, very loose suggestions, very loose suggestions. I think we are pretty much done with the overall, kind of idea. We might add some details. We can add some details and some more suggestions. Maybe I will add something here, and this again. Maybe it is a very, very vague, very impressionistic suggestion of maybe some cows or sheep or whatever it is. So I am not going for precision here. I just wanted to create an illusion here. Okay. It doesn't look like a cow, I know, but that is enough for our practice. Okay. Another one. Basically, you can take this as some sort of elements to add some, to engage the area, to make it look little busy. Okay, maybe a suggestion for a figure. Again, I'm not drawing. It is, we are trying to develop our ability, our skill. Okay, these kind of small element practices, maybe the cows or figures, etc. You can do it on loose sheet also, just these things. Okay, and once you gain confidence, you can copy it back, put it back into your watercolor scenes. And if you are not confident of putting figures, there are a lot of tutorials on my channel on about making these tiny figures. Please check them out and practice. If you are finding these kind of tutorials are interesting and if they helps, please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification. If you have any questions or suggestions, feedbacks, please write them into the comment box below. I'll be more than happy to get back with an answer or my response to your suggestions. And if you think this can help your artist friends, art aspirants, watercolor aspirants, please share it to your friends so that this video reaches to more audience. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. So your shares, your likes, your comments will be, I would appreciate your shares, your likes and your your feedbacks a lot, and that will also motivate me to create more videos. Some final tiny details. This again is kind of impressionistic, not very precise. Okay. I think we are pretty much closer to calling it as done, and some highlights here. Okay, these are using white watercolors, some touches, so that these tiny things are kind of popped up. Okay, just suggestions. Okay, some dots here and there, some kind of see, these are some sort of touches to give some accents here and there, to make it little bit more lively. That is the overall idea. Okay, right. So I would be treating this as mostly done. Okay, I'm not happy with the spread that is happening on this figure. Some kind of touch I might do, some kind of fixing basically. And I don't like these kind of things, but sometimes it may be required. Right. So that white, we should be careful when you add those white touches, and if the surrounding area is wet, it will spread a lot. So ideally, whenever you put those white highlights, the surrounding area should be dry. Okay, so I'm just signing and treating it as done. Okay, that's it. So hope you have you find it useful. Okay, please do practice this kind of loose approach. Okay, you don't have to have precise drawing. Just start with some ideas and take decision on the fly. Let us take out the tape to get the precise edge, and this is the final result. So thank you so much for staying with me, and you can paint along. If you haven't done already, you can paint along, and please feel free to make changes in your version whenever you paint along. So thank you very much, and hope this was informative and you could find some value in it. As I mentioned earlier, please do subscribe and press the bell notification, and please do give some feedback in terms of comments. So we will soon see you in another interesting tutorial, and happy painting until then. Bye bye.